Start the parking lot, Top Gun.
I have 3 medals for this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we just saw in that Simpsons video clip, there's been a long-standing stigma behind the United States Air Force career field of security forces. We're here today to talk just briefly about the career field, my career field, a career field that I hold dearly to my heart. And to show you that there's more to the cops than just checking the at the gate. We're going to talk about typical day-to-day activities at the Air Force Academy for a security forces member. We're going to talk about the day-to-day operations. And last, we're going to talk about what our main job is here, and that is to protect the Academy as a whole in the worst case scenario. So without further ado, let's get past the stereotype. Let's take a brief look at the job that's behind for a typical day of a United States Air Force security forces member here at the Academy. It begins with guard mount, or the first call to duty. A guard mount consists of roll call, where attendance is taken, a dissemination of information from the previous night's or days' activities, pass on information that may have taken place from the day before, as well as an inspection, a uniform inspection, gear inspection, making sure that everybody on post or on shift that day has all the required things that they have. Following guard mount is what we call post change. Post change takes place. This is where one post relieves another post of duty for that day. Typical duty day here at the Academy for security forces members is about 12 hours long. After roll call, guard mount, and turning in and arming up with weapons, this usually turns out to be the 14 hour day. Following your post, your 12 hours on post, you turn in, we call it relief, you get relieved, you turn in your weapon, and you go on to the day. So these are just some typical, what the typical duty day consists of as far as time-wise. Now let's get into the situations security forces career fields can expect to face on a day-to-day basis. The day-to-day operations security forces career field consist of, as an entry controller, a gate guard checking keys. Your number one job as a gate guard is to ensure that all vehicles entering and exiting the United States Air Force Academy are secure. This is our first line of defense here at the Academy, to ensure that no terrorists and or bad guys, as we like to refer to them, are getting onto the Academy. The second position as a security forces member here on the Academy that you may hold is as in traffic enforcement or a traffic cop. Duties here are pretty much assumptive in nature, but consist of radar, speed control, traffic enforcement, as well as responding to vehicle accidents. There's such situations. As a security forces member, you may also respond to incidents such as domestic violence, 911 calls, emergencies, and other such op-related activities. So those are the day-to-day operations of a security forces member. Now let's look at what we plan for and what we hope never happens, but what may someday happen and what we're all ultimately here for. And that is the unthinkable, the situations that we train for, the terrorist type situations. These situations consist of bomb threats, either threats or actual bombs. In today's day and age, the improvised explosive device and other such threats are key to our security here at the Academy and protection and deterrent of those threats. Additionally, we have terrorist situations, hostage situations. If a terrorist were to get onto the Academy, or terrorists, plural, were to get on the Academy, we could possibly face a hostage situation. And most recently, based on coming out of a lot of the more recent school shootings, the United States Air Force Academy is a four-year collegiate university. And as such, we do face active hostage or active shooter situations. As we've seen on the news, these are on the top of our priority right now for situations that we may face. So as you see today, we've talked briefly about the security forces career field, how it's more than just the cops at the gate checking the badges. We are a full spectrum fighting force, and as such, we train as we fight. We prepare for the worst, but we hope for the best. We can't anticipate every situation, but we sure do plan for that. That's what we're here for. Again, today we've looked at the typical duty day of a security forces career field member, the situations we may face on a typical day, and in the unthinkable situations that we plan for on a daily basis. Hopefully my short but brief informative speech has gave you new insight into the Security Forces career field, and hopefully help to put to rest a lot of those stigmas that surround